When Michael Jordan played in Chicago, the crowd just went crazy to another decibel level. And I'd get the chills every time. He played with such a fury. He was electric on the court. Before the Shrug game, the game against Portland in the NBA Finals, the public relations people couldn't find Michael. The reason was he was on the court taking three-point shots, and he was not noted as a three-point shooter. We asked him about it. He said, well, you know, you never know when a three-point shot might come in handy. Obviously, he had figured something out, that he was going to surprise them, but you have to hit the shots. This incredible onslaught of threes takes place in the first half, and he hit 6 of them. That was unheard of at that time for anyone. He looks over at our broadcast table and gives that shrug. And I think what I took out of that most, it showed his humility, that he could not believe that he hit 6 three-pointers. That was, I thought, one of the incredible moments in playoff history. I would have to go with Jordan as the GOAT.
Playing in the NBA Finals, motivation is a given. But if bulletin board material carries weight, the Blazers have plenty. The defending champion Bulls have added their voices to a chorus casting Portland as a paper tiger with talent to burn but unable to stick to a winning script. Now, can the Blazers shred that narrative and write their own championship chapter?
A look at the beautiful fountain of the Great Lakes in Grant Park as the Bulls look to pour it on against the Blazers. Now it's time to hear the starting lineup from tonight's PA announcer, Ray Clay. The stage is set here in Chicago. Welcome everyone to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Portland Trail Blazers and the defending champion Chicago Bulls. Along with Coach Mike Fratello, former player Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Hart. And Mike, a Blazers team that some have questioned. What is their mentality?
Well, they've made it clear. They're out to prove a point that they're ready for this moment and that they can deliver in the clutch.
And the two leading stars for these teams. Clark, it's Clyde Drexler and Michael Jordan. Their games invite comparison, I think.
They sure do, Kevin. A lot of similarities when you look at them, from their age to the versatility and athleticism of their games. Air Jordan and Clyde the Glide, both cleared for takeoff.
On the floor for Portland, it'll be Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler in the backcourt. Up front, Jerome Kersey is at small forward, Buck Williams at the 4. Handling the low post is Kevin Duckworth. For the Bulls, Bill Cartwright is at the center. Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant man the front court. John Paxson is at the point. And, of course, at off guard, it'll be Michael Jordan.
And the Blazers certainly motivated to answer their detractors. That's a question they know can't be answered with words, but rather with their performance on the floor.
Now, here's Paxson. Jordan outside. And they double up Jordan.
Terry Porter. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Jordan. Fires the three. Buck Williams with the rebound. And Clark, the Blazers like to play a much faster pace than the Bulls.
Certainly, Kevin, they will be looking to push the tempo. You can count on that. And that could help them with their execution, in my mind. Much simpler pushing the ball with a numbers advantage than going against the set half-court defense.
A great scouting report. And one thing the Bulls have been relying on is Jordan's scoring, Clark, in the post.
That's been a bit of a surprise tactic for them in the playoffs, and it's paid dividends. More and more, they're setting up Jordan on the block. We'll see if they stick with that tonight.
Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And in my mind, the most fascinating individual matchup in this series is Drexler going up against Michael Jordan. Jordan's going to have his work cut out on the defensive end.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more, Coach. Yeah, you know, MJ's guarding the guy who's averaging 27 points a game in the playoffs in Drexler. So he's going to have to really do a lot of work at both ends of the floor.
In a way, Jordan is your point guard. He's the initiator.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Drexler against Jordan. It's good. Duckworth's got his second basket of the night.
Took the smaller defender to task inside. Great recognition of the mismatch.
Lets the three fly. Jordan nails the triple, his second of his first half. Portland's going to need a tighter grip here on Michael. Mike, one thing with this matchup, Terry Porter has really struggled against the Bulls in the past.
Definitely not. Not a good sign for the Blazers. Porter's one of their most important players. They need him to come up big in this series.
A wide open look for Drexler. He drains the quick shot.
And Drexler's comfortable shooting from this mid-range area. Doesn't need much space to get a shot off.
Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you better match his intensity level.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And plenty of storylines coming into this series. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, for more on that. David.
Okay, guys, one of the stories coming into the finals is the health of Michael Jordan. He had a sore wrist in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and it caused him to miss 15 of his first 20 shots. But Jordan insists,
tying an NBA Finals record in a half. Michael Jordan with his third three, providing an early lift for the Chicago Bulls.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Porter passes to Drexler. And Drexler throws it down hard.
And Drexler's teammates appreciate when he hits the boards, proving how effective he can be on the offensive boards.
Here's Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, you want the ball in his hands. A real good offensive player.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Porter, bounce pass. Drexler inside. Defended by Pippen. That shot is off.
It's actually hard to believe that since their title in 1978, the Blazers have only missed the playoffs once. How about consistency there? Unfortunately, they're still looking for that second championship ring.
Yeah, Portland hasn't been at their best when the stakes are high. Maybe this is the year they finally get to raise the trophy again.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Bryant is checked in for Williams. Robinson comes in for Jerome Kersey. And Pack subbed in for Porter. Chicago leading by 5. Like the offense has been on point.
Great timing.
The 4 3-pointer falls for Jordan. The NBA Finals record is 6. He's knocking on the door and getting oh so close. Here's Pack, guarded by Paxson. It's off the run, and the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
Jordan with the bucket.
And guys, there was talk coming into the series that it could be the Blazers' last shot at a title with this roster.
You know, Mike, they're an aging team, so that's a valid question or concern. I mean, you look at Drexler, Williams, Porter, Kersey, all right around 30. When those are your core guys, the window does start to close in a little bit. Just owning that painted area. I guess the motto is do it till they stop it.
Here's Jordan. Over Drexler. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Pippen. 22 points for Jordan.
Jumping all over them right from the tip-off. They now have a double-digit advantage.
They look like the more confident team so far. This is why they've grabbed such a substantial lead so fast.
Here's Pack, guarded by Paxson. The 9-foot shot. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He gets the ball in close to the hoop, but is just unable to finish the job.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute. We welcome you back for the second quarter of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Tremendous action so far between the Bulls and the Trailblazers. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Portland, trailing by 10.
And with Jordan leading the way, the Bulls won their first title last year. I'm not sure they'll have to wait long for another one.
Grant is out there with Cartwright, and it's Michael Jordan. Then it's Pippen, and it's Paxson in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Offensive rebound, kicks it out to Jordan. Grant with a screen on Porter. From deep, Jordan. That triple gives Jordan 5. Michael Jordan is just 1 3-pointer away from an NBA Finals record. And the pass to Robinson. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Team foul. Into the lineup for the Trailblazers, Williams.
Portland moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Porter. Over Paxson. Porter, no luck. And when we talk about Jordan, we're talking about a man, Clark, in the prime of his career. At the very top of his game.
Yeah, one of the best we've ever seen, Kevin. I wouldn't doubt the Larry O'Brien trophy live.
Jordan is now closing in on the most points in an NBA Finals half. Can he get to 33? Mike, I'd say any questions about Jordan's bad wrist have now been answered.
It's not affecting him at all. It is taking advantage of some really soft Portland D. By the look of it, MJ's going to make this a long night for the Blazers.
Chicago doing a nice job moving the ball, finding good shooting opportunities, and exploiting the weaknesses of the defense with really on-target, on-time passing.
Jordan against Drexler. Back to Paxson. Pass to Jordan for 3. Tying the NBA Finals his record. Michael Jordan with an exceptional display of shooting. That was his 6th three-pointer in this game. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Paxson. That one good for 2. And the Bulls not going to Jordan in the post as much as we've seen Clark throughout these playoffs.
And Kevin, that might be by design. I mean, the Bulls have sent MJ into the post so many times. this might be a little wrinkle that Phil Jackson has in store for the Blazers.
Yeah, that's a good point. That wouldn't surprise me. Shots good by Drexler.
The Bulls continue to share the ball. They're unselfishly active and finding points easily at the moment.
And right away, we can see the one-on-one battle, Mike, between Jordan and Drexler is going to take center stage.
And not in the way Clyde wanted. Jordan's been toying with him. If this is how their matchup is going to go, the Blazers are in trouble.
Big trouble.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And a wide-open look for Porter. The rebound by Cartwright. Cartwright's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And once again, the Bulls defense stifling Porter.
Well, with that size and athleticism on the wings, they have the ability to get him out of his comfort zone. He only shot 31% against them in the regular season, and his struggles continue tonight.
Yeah, it's hurting. Here's Porter. It's all in by the Bulls.
That was tough to watch. He takes it all the way to the cup and just can't finish the job.
Well, that's a quality look for him. Probably surprised himself with that miss.
Yeah, the defense can't continue to give him that shot and expect the same results.
And while we have a chance, let's send it over to David Aldridge, courtside.
Thanks, guys. In this series, of course, everyone's looked forward to that head-to-head matchup between Michael Jordan and Clyde Drexler. Now, Jordan's defense is going to be a key role, maybe more so than it was in their last series. Cleveland's backcourt doesn't have the firepower that Drexler brings, and it's Jordan's job to slow him down. We'll see if he's up to it, guys. Back to you.
He will indeed. Okay, Michael Jordan now holds the NBA Finals record for most points in a half. This is certainly a night to be remembered in NBA history.
And the Bulls might be a little short on the bench. Craig Hodges has been limited with bad ankle. Room to fire from mid-range, and he's more than capable of knocking that down.
Right side, Jordan. Fires from deep. A shot off that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Porter. Outside for Robinson. Back to Porter. Robinson sets a screen for Porter. Just his first attempt. The rebound by Grant.
The defense willing to concede the mid-range as the lesser of evils. It paid off there.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome into the third quarter here in Chicago, folks. The Bulls in pursuit of their second consecutive NBA title. A win here in Game 1 would go a long way toward making that happen. Trailblazers trail by 14.
And I don't know how Michael Jordan can follow up that performance in the first half. But we'll find out.
Checking out the group for Rick Edelman to start this second half. They've got Porter. Williams is out there with Kevin Duckworth. And it's Drexler. And it's Kersey in at the 3. Count it.
With energy and anticipation at playoff levels, I'd expect there might be a little more up and down transition basketball.
One of the great halves in NBA history, Clark, shattering some league records in the process.
And you know what, Kevin? Portland's got to be terrified. I mean, we thought his wrist might affect him. Instead, Jordan looks now like he's never been better.
He's incredible. From downtown, the roof here in Chicago is going to blow off. Michael Jordan just collected his 7th shot from beyond the three-point line. That's an NBA Finals record. And Jordan, Mike, is just tormenting the Blazers from three-point range.
It's going to take a much sharper effort from Portland defensively. They can't give Jordan an inch of room on the perimeter anymore.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Fantastic work on defense from Cartwright, using his size and length to affect the shot.
And they double up Jordan. Pass to Paxson. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Starting to pull out ahead off the back of some terrific offense.
They are firing on all cylinders, aren't they? Hard to get stops when they're playing with this much energy.
Williams, a screen on Paxson. Passes it to Kersey. Drexler against Jordan. Shot clock at 6. And Grant sends it back.
Great defense from the big man there. Grant positioning himself perfectly to get the block.
How about this, guys? If the Blazers had taken Jordan in that 84 draft, their backcourt could have been MJ and Clyde the Glide Drexler. How about that for a 2-seed?
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Mike, they are desperate to find a basket.
They're having a really hard time out there.
You're right.
Into the lineup for the Trailblazers, Ala Abdelnaby, Danny Ainge, Robert Peck.
There's the pass to Paxson. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Pippen with a wide open look. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Mike, the 84 draft is rehashed and looked at from every way, but it is scary to think, isn't it, about that guard combination in Portland had they drafted Michael Jordan.
Well, the West had so many strong centers back then, you can't blame Portland for taking a big. But it would have been a lot of fun, Kev, to see MJ and Drexler team up.
A couple of future Hall of Famers. Here's Peck. Portland no good that time either.
Struggling to find their flow while the other team is on the roll.
Yeah, this drought is really hurting them. They've got to mix things up and try and snap out of it.
I could think the Bulls may be in Porter's head. He's having a hard time getting anything going.
I don't think you can discount it, Kevin. He's a totally different shooter against this team. In all 3 of their meetings this year, his field goal percentage nowhere near its normal level.
And here's Portland. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Down low. Paxson outside. That falls. Nice speed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got his 4th assist in this one. Paxson's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Pass to Kersey. Shoots over Pippen. Chicago grabs the miss. Cartwright's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, Pippen gets the bucket and is going to shoot the and one. Excellent concentration there.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lyons checked in. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the matchup between Jordan and Drexler. Mike is not going how the Blazers wanted it to.
This could be a long series for Drexler. Jordan's not one to let up when he's got a guy on the ropes.
Yep. Grant up top. And they double up Jordan. Pass to Cartwright. Back to Jordan. Pocket 6. Pippen outside. Here's Cartwright. Here's Paxson. Releases from the wing and drills it. Paxson's got 11 points.
And the team-first attitude of Cartwright, wanting to get it to his open guys.
Ainge against Jordan. The shot by Ainge, no good. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Jordan the pass to Cartwright. For 3, Paxson. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
He is determined to hunt shots out there on the perimeter.
And it is paying off. He's finding a big chunk of his points from 3-point range.
Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got 6 assists here tonight.
They've gotten out to a big lead because of superior play on both ends.
No better way to do it. It's much easier to win games when you own both sides of the floor.
And Jordan sends it back.
With defensive prowess and nearly a 7-foot wingspan, it's a lot harder to get a clean look on Jordan than most guys.
Grant sets a screen for Pippen. And the last shot. buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's Chicago, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back as we get set for the fourth quarter action here in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Portland and Chicago both trying to jump out to an early lead in this series. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Trailblazers ball.
Here's Watley. Second chance shot. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Grant.
And guys, I don't think there's a better crowd in sports than this Bulls crowd. They can make it deafening in here.
They've got Cartwright. Pippen is out there with Grant. That's John Paxson, and it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Ainge. Portland again missing. And when you've got a crowd this enthusiastic, Clark, and a player as exciting as Michael Jordan, that is a pretty potent combination.
Combustible is a word that comes to mind. Really a match made in heaven. I mean, MJ feeds off of that energy of the crowd. And when he needs a boost, they give it to him. And vice versa.
Armstrong's checked in for the Bulls.
DJ Armstrong.
Here's Watley. He's covered by Armstrong. Watley passes to Abdelnaby. There's the dish to Ainge. Portland needs to get off a shot, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it continues to be a battle for Porter against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, he can't get any traction.
Well, Chicago's defense has been a real Rubik's Cube for him. He just can't seem to solve it. The Blazers are going to have to do a little bit more to try to get him some easier looks.
Free throw good from Pippen.
Points, assists, rebounds, defense. Scottie Pippen gives your team all of that. Every team in the league wants a guy like him.
Here's Abdelnaby. Passes it to Watley. Robinson on the wing. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And Jordan's three-point output has been a huge story once again here tonight.
And that's not usually where he makes his mark. If he continues to pour it in from long range the next few games, the Blazers will have their hands full.
Absolutely. And it's good for 2. 15 points here for Scottie Pippen.
This is a shot Pippen is very comfortable with. He's extremely effective in the mid-range.
Duckworth, he's checked in for Bryant. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Ainge. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Danny Ainge.
They are in complete control, coach, of this game.
There's no question, without a doubt, they've been firing on all cylinders.
In every way, you're right.
Well, some nights the shots just don't fall. Ask him.
The pass to Robinson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Cartwright against Ainge. Got a piece of it.
A true anchor. Cartwright shows quick reflexes to come away with that block.
This offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Everybody sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you really hard to defend.
And that one's good by Pippen.
Very smooth there from Pippen. Knocks it down from anywhere.
And here are the Trailblazers now.
2 minutes
Now
remaining in the game.
pulls it from 20.
2 minutes.
Chicago grabs the miss. Pippen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Jordan kicks to Pippen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Pippen's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
From any spot on the floor, including in tight, Pippen can hurt you.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Watley, and the rejection by Pippen, and it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Pippen. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Pax checked in for Robinson. Here's Pack. He's covered by Armstrong. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Bulls. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points.
Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
Everything is going exactly how their coach drew it up. Top to bottom, this is the pinnacle of execution.
Duckworth's shot is off, and here are the Bulls now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Jordan left side. Pass to Cartwright. Portland grabs the miss. Out to the wing. Drives to the hoop. It doesn't go for him. Jordan with some nice D. Pass to Armstrong. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The defense going hard at Armstrong, but he's not backing up and ends up earning the foul call.
Buck Williams, he's checked in for Portland. And both free throws good for Armstrong. 34 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Watley, guarded by Jordan. Watley misses.
And the defense was ready for that. They know he's a threat at the rim and swarmed him on that layup.
Armstrong gets the bucket.
Ever since halftime, they have been parked out at the arc, dropping bomb after bomb.
And who can blame them? When you're hitting like this, you got to just keep it going.
Back passes to Watley. There's a screen over Cartwright. It's deflected. And with this victory, the Bulls stand just 3 wins away, Mike Fratello, from their 2nd consecutive title.
And it looks like they are determined to make that happen. Michael Jordan's got 1 finger on the trophy already.
And you know the Chicago crowd will be ready, Clark, for Game 2. This building will be rocking.
No question about it, Kevin. It will be a great atmosphere, but don't count the Blazers out now. There are still 3 games ahead in Portland. And that building has its own set of problems for the opposition.
Well, you played there. No one should know better than you.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. Great fans, but they're hard on the opponents.
Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our 2K team. This is Kevin Harlan signing off. So long.